All right, everybody, it's September 2nd, 2023. Yesterday on September 1st, we got walloped by a monsoonal moisture flow that came up from Mexico. We got out the GoPro camera at about 11 in the morning after just 1 6/10 of an inch of rain had already fallen. What we wanted to do is to see how the drainage in the alley was performing. And you'll recall back on August 20th, just a couple of weeks ago, Tropical Storm Hillary really pounded the neighborhood with about 3.5 inches of rain. Some of us old timers, we're guys in our 60s and 70s, decided to get ready for Hillary. So we broke out our shovels and our hand tools, and we decided to fix some of the chronic drainage issues that we've been trying to get the HOA to fix. The catch basin, which is where these rocks are, was completely filled up with debris and silt and was not working. There is a pipe that runs under the sidewalk that was completely clogged and did not work. And what the result of that is that even with a rain as little as 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, water would back up into the alley, basically ponding along the foundations of about 6 homes, creating significant risks of flood damage and just other things that happens when you get buildings in wet and standing water. So here's how this looks. We didn't film it during Hillary because, gosh darn it, it was just too crazy to go outside with a camera. But here it's good enough we can get a sense of how the water is flowing through this admittedly homemade remediation effort. Now, we're not professionals. This is not a professional job. This still needs to be remediated by professionals so that it is done right and has a long-term approach to solving what has been a very persistent and aggravating problem for a lot of homeowners. So we went in, we dug it out, and you can see even after 1.5 inches of rain has fallen, if you look at some of our earlier videos, you will have seen that this whole alley would have been covered in several inches of water, and water would be right up against the foundation of the homes. But here, while it's not perfect, it is considerably better than it was during previous, much more mild rain events. Again, you can see the water is flowing towards the middle of the alley, which is where it's supposed to. Not perfect, but a much, much improved situation. Again, looking at it, you can see we're pulling water from away from the buildings into the center of the alley. That's called the swale, or it should be called the swale, or it should be shaped like a swale. And that's the catch basin, which would normally be a dry riverbed. We dug that out so it's able to catch the water and hold it while it waits its turn to go out this drain pipe that we cleared out under the sidewalk. And you can see that's flowing pretty good. Pretty pleased with it. Again, not a professional job. We need the pros to come in and get this thing done right, and we need to make sure that it's maintained on a regular basis, especially after rain falls. Hey guys, thanks for listening. Hope you saw something you liked.